When you mention Latin, you conjure images of heat, spices, colors, passion, dancing, lots of dancing. One thing I notice about Latinos is they have a lot of pride in being Latin, and I like that. This is a special episode of On the Couch. It's Latin flavor. My guest today is Renzo Garcia, who is the host of En Vivo con Renzo Garcia, a successful live talk show broadcasting through Cabuena Radio TV every Saturday. Now come with me, let's go meet him. Welcome, Renzo. Nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Let's talk about your show. How long have you been doing the talk show, and are you having fun with it?
Well, the talk show is running for almost 2 years. It's a radio talk show, which is come out also, for Ustream.
Okay.
And so people can watch it and can see my guests. I have every Saturdays. It's from 10 to 12 in the morning.
Okay.
So I have to wake up at 6:30 in the morning to get ready. I know.
Okay, I'm glad my show is not.
And then go to all the way, to the north part of Toronto.
Oh, that's where it is? Okay.
That's where is the location of the radio. The radio is Cabuena.
Yeah.
And what we do is interview, different celebrities and artists and from the Latin community.
Latin specifically?
Yes, but I'm gonna try to open a little bit, that window, to invite new local talents, from Canada or international. I had the chance to interview famous artists like Ricky Martin, Fonseca.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yes, and we're going for more,
Good man.
I hope so. Yes.
So you have been a model, you have been an actor, you have been as part of a singing group in Miami.
Yeah.
What stands out more from all those things that you've done? What do you like most?
You know what? I think in life is like anything you do in your life is for some reasons, right? So in the end, you finish with something like stronger, and then you ask yourself, how I become this strong person?
Okay.
And then it's because you have all this experience before.
So it's all this accumulated experience is what makes you.
I didn't know in that moment when I started in doing, modeling and then being an actor, a dancer. I didn't know, if I really want that or an actor too, So I did so many things in my life, which is a composition of what I am or who I am right now,
I've worked with you on a modeling project. You were a great model.
Yeah, I remember that.
So Univision, what do you do with there?
In Univision, we have a show which is we cover different events from the Latin community.
Okay.
We kind of like a reporter, right? So I have to.
So you're a reporter on the show?
Yes, and I'm the host, for the show. I'm the face for Univision Canada, and also I'm doing the promos, the commercials, the voice, for them.
Yeah, I read you do voiceover. You lately hosted Latin Awards.
Yes.
What was that?
It was called Vision Award. The Vision Award was the visionaries. Latin, is the most influenced people in Latinos,
in Toronto.
In Toronto.
Toronto.
So it was amazing experience. I think that was one of my biggest accomplish, to host, from a lot of people, and also
It's great
like
to
so
MC.
talented.
Yeah, beautiful. How do we say we're going to take a little break in Spanish?
Okay, nos vamos a un comercial y ya regresamos con mucho más aquí en On the Couch.
Okay, whatever he said. We'll be right back.
Hi, Kat Grant here. My guest today is Camila Diaz-Varela, beautiful little performer that I've just met, very charming.
Thank you.
You started with dance, you were telling me.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Right. Well, I started dancing because both of my sisters dance. I have 2 older sisters, and I thought they were the coolest people in the world, so I had to do it too, basically.
And then moved into theater.
That's right.
You had a beautiful expression of why you love to do theater. So please explain yourself.
Sure. Theater is really special to me because it's one of those art forms that uses your entire body and your mind and your personality, and you are in a room with other people who have all those same things, and the only difference is that you are telling them a story and sharing something hopefully true or poignant. So it's really magical being able to share that experience with people, but also share information that isn't just the words that you're using. It's like more than that. It's just the unnameable things that go on between you. Yeah.
A connection of sorts.
Yes. Yeah.
Speaking of connection, you have some affiliation with a Latino theater group here.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. So I work a lot with Aluna Theater, actually, which is a really amazing theater company in the city. And I'm starting to get to know my Latinx theater community, and it's been so affirming and really wonderful because like I get to hear Spanish all the time, which just makes me feel awesome. And I'm learning a lot about my world because we come from so many different countries and it's such a diverse experience, and yeah, it's really beautiful.
And speaking of beautiful, you make beautiful music. What kind of music, what would you call the genre?
I call it folk funk, which isn't a real word, but maybe it is. I don't know. That's what I call it.
And so who would an inspiration be?
A mix between Appalachian folk music and Janelle Monáe, basically.
That's a great mix. And so for the future, you're going to do some EPs?
Yes, that's the plan.
And you've worked with other festivals. Name quickly a couple for us.
Yeah, Rutas Panamericanas, Camino, Summerworks, Rhubarb Festival.
So Camila, where can everybody find out about where you're performing?
Good question. I have a YouTube channel, so if you search my name, Camila Diaz-Varela, you'll be able to find some videos of me. And also just add me on Facebook because I have lots of posts about where I'm going to be and what I'm going to be doing, and yeah, that'd be a good way to do it.
And I know it's your goal to
run a festival one day. Yes, you got it.
I wish you much luck with that.
Thank you.
I think it would be great.
Thanks.
Multi-talented. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Check her out.
And we are back. What do we say we are back in Spanish?
Ya regresamos. Ya estamos aquí ahora.
Yeah. You are from Peru.
Yes.
What brought you to Canada? I know you've traveled a bit, or you've
Yes,
changed
yes.
cities. What brought you to Canada? Do you love it here? Do
Well,
you miss
it's
Peru?
actually, you know, it's always. Well, I had an interview before, and they asked me why brought you to Canada. And actually, it's when I left my country. That was in 1999. Yes, that time. 1999. So my first step was New York, and basically, you know, I come out from New York because I was involved in a relationship. So it's in that time, you know, I follow my heart, and that brought me to New York the first time. And then I live in Miami, Washington D.C., and I have family here in Canada. And my aunt, which is she passed away, you know, for a cancer.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, it was like 3 months ago. But anyway, she always, you know, insists like I should, you know, move to Canada. It's better country. Which is true. It's a better country,
Good.
and I love it. I'm glad to be
We love
here.
Canada.
I love Canada. I'm Canadian, so.
There. All right. Well, I'm glad to have you in Canada, and we are.
Thank you.
So, I'm listening to your accent, and before we started shooting, we were talking about we should keep our accent, right?
Totally,
we should be proud of our accent.
You know what? I tend to talk about this topic because I want to call that attention to the people. Like to have an accent is cool. I think it's it's an effort. We put a lot of effort, you know, to speak, you know, English.
Yeah.
And people, Canadians or in North American people, they should appreciate that, you know.
Right.
Sometimes they make jokes about it, you know, but in reality, you know, it doesn't bother me anymore.
Goddamn, your accent is sexy. It shouldn't bother you at all.
Arriba.
Let's dive into being Latin. Does it influence your creativity? Does it influence being Latin does it influence what you do?
Totally, yeah.
How?
Totally. It's to be Latin, you know, well, influence first of all, you know, to a lot of Latinos, newcomers, you know, they arrive to Canada, to believe in yourself, you know. My show is basically, you know, is to try to motivate and, you know, and leave, you know, a little bit of education. It's 2 hours show. So what I do is...
You do a 2-hour show?
2 hour show on radio. But you know what? The time goes so fast.
Yeah.
And I love to interview, you know, engineers. The other day, I interview an engineer from the NASA.
Okay.
So, and then, you know, and then I interview, you know, a singer here. So from different countries,
That's a
Puerto
nice
Rico,
diversity.
Colombia, Ecuador, Chile, Venezuela, Panama. So I love it, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a huge influence, for the Latin community.
Very nice, very nice. Good answer. How about being Latin in the LGBT community? Let's talk about that.
The LGBT.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Okay.
Yeah. Being Latin and gay, and how does it feel to be LGBT and Latin?
Well, it feels great, you know.
Okay. But how do you find the acceptance?
Yes, I'm not. I think it's still in the world, you know, that square mentality, and I like I said before, you know, to you is to being gay, you know, doesn't mean like you walk in the street and put in your forehead, you know, I'm gay. But this, I think it's important to believe who you are, to showing people who you are, and people going to respect you, you know, for who you are. Doesn't matter if you're gay, straight, transsexual, whatever, you know.
Be a good person.
Yeah, be a good person.
And be proud of who you are. Yeah. Let's talk about the LGBT community in general. I know it's a great community. This is a question that I repeat a lot on this show. What can we do better? What are we doing right in the community, and what can we do better?
Well, it's really difficult to say, you know, right or wrong.
Okay.
And I think it's what we can do. Yes.
Yeah.
We can work together. Doesn't matter, you know, where you're from. Doesn't matter the color of your skin, and it doesn't matter your religion or you believe in, you know.
Yeah.
The most important thing is, I think, is work together.
To be a community.
To be a community.
I
We have
love
to be
that.
stronger than ever. Right?
I am totally an advocate of that. All right, everyone, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to come back with Lorenzo to start wrapping up the show. See ya.
Hi everyone, I'm Lorenzo Pagnotta, and I'm very excited and proud to be here today with award-winning performer Heath Salazar. Welcome to On the Couch.
Thank you.
The first question I'm going to ask is, tell us a little bit about your involvement with the Dora Award-winning musical named
Shas Gallery.
Okay, tell us about it.
So I originated and wrote the role of Lucifer, which is the devil's assistant, which is really fun. And now it's being passed on to Soul Pepper, and it's being performed right now, and they just got an extension, which we just heard about, so we're very stoked about it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's like an instant success, that show.
Yeah, we initially were like, is anyone gonna come? And then people came, which was good, and they liked it.
You also have a role on another award-winning production. It's a web series called Out with Dad, I
Yes.
believe. How was that experience for you?
It was so much fun. I loved the show for a very long time. I was a big fangirl, and one of the girls who works on it, Lindsay Middleton, knew that. So when they needed someone as an extra one day, they called me on, and then we worked really well together, so they invited me back. And it's been a really, really fun experience with them.
Where can we see you next?
I'll be doing a show in March at Can Stage with Theater Tonight called Asylum/In the Rift. In the Rift is a working title. It's a devised theater piece, which we're very excited to see how it turns out. And I'm also filming a movie called Languages in the new year, which is a multilingual version of Shakespeare's King Lear.
Let's talk a little bit about how your art and culture intersect, or your art and your cultural heritage intersect. So you define yourself as Latinx.
Yes.
From
Colombia.
Colombia. Born in Colombia or born in Canada?
Born in Canada. I was born in Sudbury, and my parents are from Bogota.
Okay. Does any of your artwork address the sort of intersection between your cultural heritage and your gender expression?
Yes. I also work as a slam poet. So a lot of my poetry, either in my slam poetry or in my devised theater, I incorporate gender and sexual orientation, and I also like to work in different languages, so I'll write in Spanish and in English. The last show I worked on, I was able to use Spanish in Suitcases, which was a devised piece directed by Rosetta Saracino, and it was partially in English, partially in Spanish, and I'm currently working on a poetry series called Mutt, which will be in French, English, and Spanish.
Okay, sounds like a lot of fun.
It's exciting.
Have you encountered any prejudice working in the Latin or queer communities?
Yes, in the theater community as well, like a little bit in like all of it, it like meshes together a bit, but I perform as male, female, and gender variant. And when I initially started was, I think like three and a half years ago now. And it wasn't always easy, because with every email that I applied for a company, it was like coming out, and sometimes they weren't crazy about it. And a lot of times I received a lot of adversity, but a lot of people were very supportive, and a lot of like producers and photographers and like theater writers were like really stepped up and stood behind me, and it showed me what allies could really be. And
That's great.
here we are now.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for sharing those stories with us.
Thank
and we hope to have you back on the couch with us one day. All the
Sure.
best with all your work.
Thank you.
Hi everyone. I asked my friend Canadian author Joie Lamar, who is originally born in New York and is of Puerto Rican heritage. She's also the best-selling author of Mambo Lips. If I can read a short clip from one of her poems, soon to be published in 49, out in 2017. 49 is 49 in Spanish. And the book is going to be a tribute to Orlando, the Pulse Massacre. It's going to contain a number of essays and poems in tribute. Here's what Joey had to say. I am Latina, Latino, Latinx, and Hispanic. I am blonde, blue-eyed, red-haired, and freckled. I am the sweet color of cinnamon. I am black like a star-filled sky. We are a rainbow people, resulting from all who were forced to comply. She ends it with, I am all that my story says I am to be. The valiant people of Puerto Rico who live by the rhythm of salsa and the sea. Let's never forget what happened in Orlando.
Hi, this is Boyd Kodak reporting, and today we're going to take a little more of a serious note. I have with me Sebastian Gabriel Trujillo. Sebastian, tell us why you consider yourself one of the lucky ones.
Well, I consider one of the lucky ones because I came to Canada in 2001. My family thought that I was not safe. Mexico has one of the second place in the world about killing gay people and trans people. So I came here in 2001 based on my sexual orientation. In 2015, I came out as a transgender. The place where I work, they have helped me somehow through my transition to provide some safe spaces for me.
And I understand you've helped do that through your union
and
your position there.
I'm really lucky, and I'll consider myself super privileged to have a job environment where I have a union, where I can actually have and raise my voice, and I approach my union, I approach my the hospital, and I ask them to provide bathrooms and lockers room for a trans community. We got the bathroom, we got the lockers room, but even with having the lockers, having those showers, we still almost 2 years later after my transition, I still feel scared. I have to ask security to walk me to my subway because they just can't get it right.
Oh wow, that's really terrible. So are they planning to do something else about this now?
Well, they work with the hospital and the union and diversity, and they actually had about 400 members training as an ally, and
wow.
yeah, and what the trans community is, and have to they pronounce and names that they're supposed to be using.
And other than work, tell us a little bit about Sebastian and your family life.
Well, at home I feel safe than ever. I have a 2-year-old little boy. His name is Gabriel. We love to go to the park. We usually come to the 519. We spend all the time, my wife and I, trying to raise this individual free of genders, right?
So even though we live in Canada, we still face discrimination on a daily basis. I would like to thank my guest, Sebastian Gabriel Trujillo, and wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hi there, I'm Jacob and I'm talking to Diego today, Canada's very own Enrique Iglesias.
Thanks for having me. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Absolutely love your music and you are an inspiration to me.
Oh, thank you.
I absolutely love your singing. But talking about your singing, when did you start singing, and growing up, what were some of your fondest memories?
I started singing when I was 13 years old. I released my first single when I was 14. That single went off to international markets. Well, I was very lucky to work with some talented producers here. Growing up, I have many fond memories. I was born in Brazil and raised by an Italian family, and it's just, you know how it is. Big families, there's all kinds of memories there. So I had a really good childhood.
Absolutely. Memories are what makes us us, and I think that something that also is important is the next thing that I'm going to be talking about, which is Fly Away. It's one of your older songs, and it has a lot of meaning to it. I know that it hit home for me. Tell me why Fly Away is so special to you.
I wrote Fly Away a few years ago. A friend of mine, Renee Rodriguez, she suffered from congenital muscular dystrophy. She ended up passing away when she was 25. And that song I wrote in literally 15 minutes because that's how much emotion was into it. So it's a song that means so much to me. And every time I perform it, it just brings out an emotion in me that I can't even explain.
Now, your new hit single,
El Momento.
El Momento, is definitely an upbeat song. And you did your kickoff in Punta Cana.
Yes.
How was that trip?
Amazing. It was absolutely incredible. It was such a great experience performing there. I wrote that song. Well, I worked together with another Latin artist, GTA artist. Her name is Tatiana theBUZZ. You guys should check her out. She's absolutely amazing. She reminds me of Selena, one of my inspirations. And yeah, so we got together. We brought together El Momento, and it's
well, it's obviously a great song. And we want to know what 2017 is going to look like for Diego.
2017, I have a lot of projects coming up, music videos, and more music. So more performances. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so he's got some more music coming your way. Where can everyone find you?
Everywhere.
All right, so
Instagram, Thiago Music Online. We got Facebook. It's facebook.com/Thiago Music Online. And yeah, just whatever you type in Thiago Music Online, you'll find me.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Diego, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's been a blast.
Until next time, adios.
Adios.
And we are back with Sexy Renzo.
Thank you. Thank you for the sexy.
We're going to be asking you now some, what did you call them? Ping pong questions?
The ping pong questions.
The quick questions that you guys are used to. So, Renzo, your favorite color?
Blue.
Your favorite, me too. Your favorite season of the year?
Christmas.
Okay.
Well, beside my birthday?
Season.
Oh,
not,
season.
Not holiday.
Yeah, you're true. I don't know what
So
I'm thinking.
autumn,
Christmas.
winter.
Oh, come on, summer.
Summer?
Yeah, I'm
hot.
Yeah, yeah. I'm born close to the ocean, so yeah, of course, summer.
Nice. Your favorite pastime? What do you spend your time when you don't have anything to do?
Watching TV.
TV? All right. Nothing more exciting? Okay, this question is for the guy viewers.
Oh, the gym. Yeah, I spend a lot of time
There
in
you
the
go.
gym too. Yeah.
There, that's a hotter answer. And this question is for the guy viewers: boxers or Braves?
Oh,
You don't have to answer.
okay. No, yeah, we know. Wow. Like you wearing all the time?
Yeah, what's your preference, boxers or Braves?
Brave.
Braves, there you go. Okay. Now, Latin movie, favorite Latin movie?
Wow, Latin movie. I don't know. It's so many Latin movies. Can I say soap operas too? You know.
Sure, I wouldn't know them, but I'm gonna go look them online. But,
Ruby.
okay. Favorite Latin singer?
Latin singer. Oh, Ricky Martin. Come on. Yeah.
All right, that's an easy one. Good. We all love Ricky. Favorite Latin dish?
Ceviche. You know, you try ceviche?
Of course. Yeah, I'm worldly a little. Favorite author?
Oh, Pablo Neruda.
All right. And if you don't know them, look them up. And that's it. Last words for our viewers and to the community.
Thank you. Well, nothing. Let's support, you know, each other. I think it's the most important things, and let it go the judgmental things, you know. And I think it's support this guy. He's amazing. So keep watching, you know, on the couch.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. All right, everyone. I'll come back to you. Wrap up. Thank you, Lorenzo.
Thank you.
Well, this was a really hot episode. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.